I'm your host, Looking 23. You're joining me for Royal Heir, Chapter 11, The Prodigal Father. You all stare in shock at the man in the doorway. That's right. They said it was impossible. But nothing is truly impossible for Bartholomew Beaumont Sr. Dad! I mean, Father? I mean, Sir? What are you doing here? Your dad's alive? I know I've been gone for a while, but have you been telling everyone I'm dead? What? No, of course not. It's just the way you always talked about him in the past tense, and he was never here. I just assumed. It's not like it's an easy thing to talk about. Dad was in a coma for so long, and the doctor said he'd probably never wake up. We kinda gave up hope long time ago. Well, I'm back, and I couldn't be more alive. I'm more glad to see all of you. Drake, Liam, how you've grown. Miss Savannah, you're looking lovelier than your reputation. Oh, thank you. He turns to Hannah next with a smile and a bow. I take it you're the accomplished Lady Hannah Lee? Yes, pleased to meet you. And this must be the famous Queen Riley. Maxwell really outdid himself bringing you into our house. You've brought more prestige to House Beaumont than I'd ever dreamed possible. Let me officially welcome you to House Beaumont with open arms. Can we back up to how you're alive? I hardly realized my return would be so theatrical. I must admit, being here with all of you beats lying in a hospital bed hands down. So you really were in a coma? Yeah, he got sick a long time ago and eventually the doctors couldn't do much except keep him breathing. The fact that he's here now, it's a miracle. Bartholomew, waking up from a coma right before the wedding? Doesn't it take a long time to recover from that kind of thing? Yes, indeed. I've spent months in rehab recovering in secret just so I could stand here before you today. I'm happy to see you as well, but I wish you would have told us the moment you were awake. Then you would have dropped everything to come get me. I couldn't do that while you were busy planning your wedding, and why call when I could simply tell you in person? Besides, I wanted it to be clear I was healed. Bartholomew put a hand on Bertrand's shoulder. Son, I know it has been a lot to ask of you to become the head of House Beaumont when you did, and your shoulders that burden all these years, but now that I'm back, I'm ready to lend a hand. You are, but I've been working much too hard for much too long. Now you and Maxwell won't have to handle things alone. I'd rather think I've been handling them well. I think Bertrand could use a break. This could be a good chance for you to focus on your family. That might be true, but there was a reason I took over, if you recall, Father. The money... Must we bring this up? Is this about why House Beaumont's been in debt all these years? Yes, I'm ashamed to say that when my health began to decline, I squandered a large amount of our poor fortunes on foolish miracle cures that proved false. And boys, I know I've let you down in the past, but I want to make amends. Father, you didn't let us down. You were sick. Don't be hard on yourself. Maybe, but Bertrand, please give what I said some thought. It do you good. But for now, I just want to enjoy being with my family. You know, I love a good wedding. This is fantastic. I never thought I'd get a chance to have my father-in-law in my life. I know your father passed away too early. I would never dare to take his place, but if there's anything this poor substitute can provide, just name it. I'm here for you, Savannah, now and always. Oh, that's so kind of you. And now I should let you all get on with your plans. I'm sure you're busy with the wedding. But you just came back. You can't go now. The rehearsal's today, but your family, you should be there too. It would be my deepest honor. A short while later, you and your friends get dressed for the wedding rehearsal. While you sift through the closet, Maxwell grumbles over his collar. Maxwell, everything okay over there? Who makes buttons in this tiny Kebler-Ells? Like, why can't formal shirts just be pullovers? As he struggles with the last button, Anna steps over and easily buttons him. There. Don't take this the wrong way, but you seem pretty nervous. Yeah, well, I never thought I'd get a chance to see my dad. When I was younger, I was always kind of a screw-up, but I want him to be proud of me. But now I don't even know what to say to him. Will I sound like I'm trying too hard, not hard enough? How about you say... You've got 15 years of selfies and pictogram posts to catch up on. You can break the ice and get more pictogram followers. If he even knows what pictogram is. Oh god, will I have to teach my dad how to use a smartphone? Maybe start with getting to know one another again. Right, when they get a time. Tonight means a lot to Bertrand and Savannah. I want to show them to show Dad that I can keep it together. You're not in this alone, Maxwell. It's bound to be a little awkward, but we'll get through it together. If you want support or distraction, just name it. As long as it's no singing involved. Liam, elbow straight. Except in a total emergency. Don't worry, we've got your back. Well, if we want the rest of the day to go well, we should all look the part. No one appreciates an appropriately formal ensemble more than Bertrand, and the Walkers haven't seen us in our courtly best yet. It can't hurt to put my best foot forward. Rhapsody in Blue, or... Okay, no offense, but let's look. Jeez. I just like the black dress. I mean, I get it. It's colorful, it's pretty, it's blue, it's flowers, whatever. This dress will turn some heads. Liam watches you twirl the dress, smiling adoringly. It already has, Riley. Oh, then let's go rehearse this wedding. You and your friends head to a clearing behind the ranch house where the family gathers for the rehearsal. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Blake and I just wanted to say how much it means to us to be running this wedding. This wedding will be talked about across the U.S. and in Cordonia. It's a privilege and an honor to serve you. So thank you, Liam, for recommending us to the bride and groom, and thank you, Savannah and Bertrand, for giving us the chance. I promise we're not going to let you down. And I promise this is going to be the party of a lifetime. Jess, it's going to be a magical and romantic night. And a wedding is basically a huge party, but with cake. Yes! Finally, someone gets it! Any questions before we get started? I have a question. How did you and Blake meet? You seem to work well together. I clicked it just for hell. Thanks, we met on a cruise in the Mediterranean. I know we're a great team, but back then we didn't always see eye to eye, and... Perhaps for professional reasons, we shouldn't go into the detail. Oh, come on, people actually want to know. It's actually a really funny story. But not something we have time for right now. Alright, let's get the rehearsal going. All my ladies to the back with the bride. And, let's have the parents, or officiant, and groomsmen up here by the altar, next to Bertrand. You, Hannah, Savannah, follow just down the short aisle to the back of the lawn. Riley, thank you for being maid of honor, and Hannah, thank you for being my bridesmaid. I'm so happy to have you both by my side. Of course, we're here for you. That's so sweet. So, ladies, we're gonna practice walking in. Hannah, you go first, stop at the end. Riley, you follow. Now, Savannah, you're next. Have you gotten any thought how you'll walk down the aisle? Yes. I've dreamed of this since I was little. We have a tradition in my family where the bride rides down the aisle on a horse. Ooh, fun, I like it. We even have a special saddle for the occasion. It's the same one that my mom rode during her wedding. Oh, sweetie, we don't have it anymore. We had to sell it, I'm sorry. Oh, it's fine. Really, I understand. Hearing the discussion, Bartholomew gets up from his seat in the front row. Savannah, I'm no prize filly, but I could walk you down the aisle. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that. Nonsense, I'd be happy to do it. My talents are being wasted sitting on the sidelines anyway. It'd be my honor. No, really. You don't need to... I insist! I know it isn't the entrance you envision, but I promise to make it as wonderful as I can. Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so, Bartholomew, why don't you come up front and center over here with me, and we'll practice the walk. Savannah and Bartholomew awkwardly walk down the aisle. You turn to Bertrand and Bianca. Are you both okay with this? Bianca, you know you could walk her down the aisle. I'm sure it's fine. She always wanted so badly to fit in with her nobles, and Bartholomew seems like he really wants to. He is going to be Savannah's father-in-law after all. I want the two of them to get off on the right foot. But I wish I hadn't sold that saddle. I didn't realize how much it meant to Savannah. I know she said it was fine, but I never want to admit when she's hurting. We don't have a lot of grand traditions, but at least that one was ours. After that, the rest of the rehearsal goes smoothly, and soon... Okay, great job, everyone. Blake and I are gonna head out now and set up dinner. We'll meet you at the restaurant in a bit. As everyone goes their separate ways, you and the friends gather to check in with Bertrand Maxwell. Hey, guys. Oh, all right. Yeah, it was awesome. It went smoothly, but I can't help but fear that our wedding is changing in ways we weren't prepared for. Father was a way of taking over wherever he goes. He has his opinions, but I'm sure he just wants to make sure things go well. Or is this about him helping with House Beaumont stuff? I thought you'd be relieved. I'm not sure how I feel. The things are more complicated than they seem. You were quite young when Father became ill. Your memories of him might not be as clear as mine. What does that even mean? That means he doesn't think I remember. But I know things weren't as bad as Bertrand says. And I know things weren't as great as Maxwell thinks. Well, why don't you tell us more about it when you were younger? We could. I never really told you all about the stunts we pulled when we were kids. Both of you? Oh yeah, Bertrand was even wilder than I was. He still hasn't even told you about the motorcycle, has he? Now there's a story that we need to hear. Perhaps another time. No way Bertrand, Vindy, and Hannah deserve the motorcycle story. This is your chance to see Beaumont Brothers' childhood and learn more about Bartholomew. Great, I have to sound like younger versions. Please help. A long time ago in a vineyard far, far away, now playing Maxwell. It's another perfect day at the Beaumont estate. You run out to the front veranda where your brother is staring with admiration at something in front of him. Oh my god, is that really it? Feast your eyes on the Cavalier Navanta 9S. Bertrand's sweet bike. It's so beautiful. Brother pats the motorcycle proudly, grinning from ear to ear. It's sleek, efficient, fast as lightning. Worth every penny. Oh, this is gonna be perfect for our next Beaumont bash. You should totally... Let's do fireworks. Like, you're one of those stunt guys with his own theme song. I'm in. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I need to take this beauty for a test drive. Oh, can I? Who else is going to watch my back? Grinning, you climb onto the super shiny motorcycle behind Bertrand. Hold on tight as he revs the engine. This is the single best moment of your entire life! Where to? Oh, drive us to... over the pond! This motorcycle has many top-of-the-line features, Maxwell, but water skis aren't one of them. No, silly, I meant over the pond. You point across the pond to where one of your skateboard ramps is sitting in the sun. Like it's just waiting for you to use it. Oh, Maxwell, you know, if we fall, we would be soaked and the motorcycle would be ruined. It'd be almost impossible to make that jump. Oh, so we shouldn't do it? We are absolutely going to do it. But hold on tight. If we get caught, deny everything. He opens the throttle and swerves around the garden, aiming straight for the ramp. Hold on. You zoom up the ramp and launch into the air. Woohoo! For the honor of House Beaumont! Time seems to slow as you fly over the pond. You're airborne for a few glorious seconds, and then the motorcycle lands on the opposite side. Well, I'm glad they didn't go horribly and irreversibly wrong. Let's do it again! Yeah, because, you know, why not ruin your life? Now playing as Riley. Those were really different times. I had no idea. You guys actually had a childhood. I was picturing more ties and lectures about soup spoons. Oh, there were plenty of those, but the rest of the time, I dare say we found room for mischief. See? We were happy. Wait a second. Your dad wasn't even in the story. Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess maybe my point was that he was a good dad because he let us do whatever we wanted? What you mean is that Father didn't care much about what we did after Mother's passing. He only ever showed up to tell us when we'd done something wrong. No, wait. I'm sure Dad was there that day. We just haven't gotten to that part yet. Now playing as Maxwell. Boys, what's going on down there? Glance up the house and see your dad craning his head out of the study's window. Magnificent feats of the glory of House Beaumont. Oh, yes, they're going to sing ballads about House Beaumont because of what you two have been up to today. They will, Dad. Boys, come up here at once. Ah, guess we should go. Better let me handle this. You stay here. Bertrand leaves and you diligently wait by the motorcycle. You use your sleeve to polish the sides. Finally, Bertrand comes back. Did you take care of her while I was gone? I didn't let anything bad happen. Is everything okay with Dad? Yes, Father's fine. He's very proud of us. Now, tell me what plans you made while I was gone. Well, I was thinking either a kraken or a tiger on the back of our biker jackets. Kraken and a tiger? Is it too much? How about you pick the logo and I'll go get us matching helmet. Yes! Bertrand grins and holds his hand up for a top-secret brotherly handshake. Slap high, slap low, do kraken fingers. I have no clue what the hell that is. You hold your hands up by your face and wriggle your fingers like kraken tentacles, while Bertrand turns his raised hand to a salute. Don't tell Prince Liam I said this, but I bet we're the coolest Cortonians ever. Without a doubt. See? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about! Now playing as Riley. It sounds like fun, but you never told us what Bertrand and Bartholomew talked about. Oh, well, I guess I never asked. Do you remember Bertrand? Oh, I do. Now playing as Bertrand. Better let me handle this. You stay here. Here goes nothing. You can hear lively voices inside your father's study when you knock on the door. He was so close to seeing reasons, Bartholomew. He said he'd sign the papers in the morning. But one night with his queen and suddenly Constantine needs more time to consider the risks. So you admit you're being outmaneuvered by that woman. I can only assume you're not going to try hard enough, Godfrey. I can only do so much persuading, Bart. I'm not in this bedroom, in his bedroom every night. Sorry to interrupt, Father. Ah, young Bertrand, wasn't... Yes, sir. Good to see you again, sir. Where's your brother? I want both of you to understand the importance of a house name. You should be building our house up, bringing us honor, not wasting time with games. Well, Father, I thought it'd be best to get out of the house. Exercise is important. Mother always said so. Yes, I suppose so. Lord Maxwell going back to his wide suits. You're too hard on the boy. Nothing wrong with him. He was adorable. I have very vivid memories of Prince Liam's last birthday when Maxwell got covered head to toe in fudge. And then we got lost in the hedge maze. I seem to recall the palace squirrels found him before the royal guards did. I expect you to keep a better eye on your brother in the future, Bertrand. I swear if either of you bring any shame or embarrassment on House Beaumont, we won't, sir. Go then. Father, there's one thing I wanted to ask you. I saw a bill arrive in the mail this morning. It was past due. I clearly have company, Bertrand. Don't bother me over an accounting error. Following your fear, you summon all your courage for something far more intimidating than any motorcycle stunt. Disagreeing with your father. But, Father, this is important house business. Important is for me to decide, and I have an important conversation here to finish. He turns back to Duke Godfrey, leaving you no choice but to close the study door behind you. Now playing as Riley. And that's all Father for you. Wow. Bartholomew and Godfrey were friends? Yes, they were very close. Godfrey was around all the time. He and my father would spend hours in the study, and heaven forbid if you bothered them. But they were perfectly pleasant as long as we were underfoot. Or not underfoot. The point is, Father may have been serious about House Beaumont's reputation, but he wasn't always a paragon of responsibility. Because he didn't like talking about bills? Because he expected more from us than he was willing to do himself. He wanted us to be perfect, but he was hardly the perfect father. Maybe that's who he used to be, but I don't think that's who he is now. He's happy to be with us. He came out of a coma of 15 years, fam. I'll admit he does seem a changed man, but... No buts, you'll see. Maxwell heads out before Bertrand can go on. Hannah puts a hand on his shoulder. I know a little bit about standing up to overly bearing parents. That can't be easy, especially when you were so young. Thank you, Hannah. Parents are a difficult business, aren't they? Definitely so in my experience. But for what it's worth, at least you and Maxwell have each other. I would have done anything to have a brother and sister. And I don't think I've ever would have stopped being grateful if I had someone like you looking out for me. Well, I wish I could have been there for you, Hannah, if there's anything I can do now. I know, I can always ask. Good. Now, maybe Max was right. Maybe this is a chance for both of us to make amends. And not all bridges can be mended. But I guess we'll see you tonight. You all drive into town for a rehearsal dinner at a stylish modern venue. Mom never mentioned a fancy restaurant in town before. It's a pop-up restaurant. Jess and Blake set this up just for Savannah and Bertrand. The engaged couple waves to you from the head of the table, where most of the walkers are seated next to Savannah. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm so glad we get to celebrate together. Why don't we go through all the trouble? Our local restaurants aren't good enough for these nobles. Just relax and enjoy the evening, Lee. I'll do enjoy it when I keep thinking about how much this is going to cost us, particularly with one more unexpected freeloading guest. Wow, we're freeloaders. Ooh, are not so nice. Miracle Savannah turned out the way she did. She frowns down the table at Bartholomew and Beaumont. Do you know I heard him talking about Savannah, about fancying up the reception chairs? We can't afford that. I'm sure Savannah handled it. She can hold her own. You and Liam and your friends find your tables and sit down right across from Bartholomew. Hello, son. Queen Riley. You look encouragingly over at Maxwell, but he freezes up in the moment. Hi, Dan, sir. You're looking taller than I remember. Bartholomew gives you your dress an approving nod. And I see you've kept the honorary member of a house in touch with the latest fashions. Maxwell's pretty much the it guy on the Royal Council. Hello, everyone! Jess steps into the room carrying 2 trays full of freshly plotted bruschetta. Thanks for joining us for Savannah and Bertrand's rehearsal dinner. Please sit and we'll get the party started with the first round of appetizers. Never had bruschetta. I'm just serious. And I'm not talking about bruschetta out of the box. I still don't want that because it's crap. No. Once you've had a chance to sample the appetizers, Bartholomew clears his throat and continues.
I realize we started off on an awkward foot, Riley, but I really would like to get properly acquainted. Even though you're our queen now, you're still a Beaumont as far as I'm concerned. So in a way, I'd consider myself your father, too.
Well, that's very kind of you. Pretty forward for someone I met 6 hours ago. Great. House Beaumont forever. That's very kind of you. Manners.
From what I hear, you're half the reason our house regained its reputation at court. I'm honored to call you part of the family.
How generous. Thank you, but I've got to admit, I have a lot of questions.
Well, then perhaps more questions would put your mind at ease. Or answers. Maxwell's only this quiet when he has too many questions to get out at once.
You remember that?
Of course. Though I suspect these days they're not all about swords and peacocks.
Well, not all.
I've been sick, and I know I've made mistakes, but I've never forgot watching you and your brother grow.
Oh, well, do I only get one question? He looks over to you in a panic, unable to narrow the options down. Why don't you tell us... Actually, I want to know more about his illness.
It doesn't make for a polite dinner conversation, and I don't know half the medical details myself. All I can say is that the illness nearly took everything from me, and rehabilitation was a long, hard road.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Yeah, I'm glad you're still here, Dan.
Likewise, all the time I spent in the hospital, I clung to an old family saying, the seas may be rough, but the true Beaumont can weather any storm. And the thought of seeing my boys again was enough to weather anything.
Bartholomew gives Maxwell a fatherly wink as Jess and Blake begin serving the main course. And now, for tonight's main course event, we have a preview of the food we'll be offering at the wedding tomorrow. Wish. What a treat! Our chef has truly outdone himself. While everyone else happily tucks into the food, Bartholomew pokes a squish with a fork, frowning. Something wrong? This fancy French food not fancy enough for you? Why are you so rude?
This is truly excellent execution. However, I would consider this a bit more casual, not fitting for a wedding.
Oh no! Oh no! You're right. I'm so sorry. I was going for rustic, but I can change this. Maybe something with escargot. I bet I can still source some escargot. But I like the quiche, and I've never had even escargot. I'm sure we don't have to change the...
Oh, no, we must. I'm sure you'll love it. You'll thank me for this. Savannah, Blake, please go ahead and make any necessary arrangements.
Right. A few minutes later, Jess and Blake wheel in an impressive tiered cake, with Chuck behind them carrying plates. Dessert is here, and I hope your taste buds are ready to party, because this cake is like Mardi Gras on a plate. What Jess means is that it's a cinnamon sponge with a cream cheese frosting and a blackberry compote filling. Okay, Chuck, cake is the most important part of the meal. You gotta stick the landing, so don't screw this up, okay?
Yes, ma'am. What on earth is that giant wearing?
Clothes? A hat?
The boss said to wear a black button-up, but I can change. Shall I change? Lose the hat, maybe?
If Barty Sr. here is going to be picking out our food, changing everyone's clothes, maybe he ought to pay for the share of his wedding. It is his son getting married after all. I would be happy to... No, we don't need the Crown's assistance. I never asked anything for anything from Cordonia.
House Beaumont's funds are a bit complicated right now.
That's just a fancy way of saying no. In the awkward silence that follows, Chuck timidly offers Bartholomew a slice of cake.
Would you like some cake? Not now!
Bartholomew tries to wave the plate away, but instead his hand collides with it, sending the cake straight down to Leona's blouse. Well, I mean, you've been kind of temperamental this whole time. It's only fitting. Alright, fancy pants, it's on! Try looking down your nose on the quench when it's in your face! Leona clocks Bartholomew with the remains of the quitch on her plate. In seconds, the room explodes into a food fight.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll defend you. Bertrand, hand me the polenta.
What? No.
If you're not with me, you're against me.
And this is kind of like the Bible. This is how the brothers kill each other. I mean, what? You don't hear my salad bowl over the Bertrand's head. Bertrand shoves his sleeves up.
Oh, you requested polenta. Well, you're about to receive it.
Maxwell tries to flee as Bertrand lobs spoonfuls of the dish straight at him.
How are you so accurate right now?
A slice of cake sails through the air towards Liam, but he definitely swipes it away. Who are we supposed to be fighting? No one.
Anyone.
Go on the offensive. Protect Liam. Liam can protect himself!
Yeah!
Grab whatever you can find and throw it at anyone who throws something at you. But with food flying everywhere, it's hard to tell.
Ah! Why me?
I don't know.
Watch it, Leona. I'm on your side.
Then the cake, that man!
What, Leona? You started this. Where is all the bruschetta coming from?
Chuck, now is not the time for seconds!
Sorry.
Anna giggles as she contributes slices of the cake to the fray. Did you all do this as kids? Because looks really fun. Actually, I've never been in a food fight.
Yes, but you shouldn't be enjoying it this much.
I can enjoy what I want. Liam deflects haphazardly cake throws with a silver tray, using his other hand to pelt people with bread rolls. This is surprisingly cathartic. Perhaps we should make this an annual tradition in Cordonia. I didn't expect you to enjoy this. We've been under a lot of pressure lately.
Is it weird that I'm a little impressed by everyone right now?
You and Liam duck behind a banquet table. A few moments later, Bertrand and Savannah slide in next to the two of you. This is officially out of control.
You can rest assured they didn't discover the situation in etiquette class.
Should we do something? This is the perfect time to let everyone know how you really feel. Embrace the chaos. Remember, this is only the rehearsal. Let everyone know how you really feel. The cards are really all on the table right now. There's no use in pretending to be polite.
You're right. If this experience has taught me anything, it's that holding back is no way to live.
Bertrand moves to stand, but at the moment, Bartholomew calls for everyone's attention. Oh, sweet mother of Christ.
Everyone listen to me! This has gotten out of hand. We need order or else this wedding will fall apart. I'll take the reins myself if I have to.
You have no money, shut up. Bertrand climbs on top of his chair, a quish in hand, and clears his throat.
That won't be necessary, Father. This is my life, my wedding. Also Savannah's wedding.
Thanks, babe.
And if we want quish, we're going to have it! Bertrand, you're not yourself right now. You've been under too much stress. Tell him, Maxwell.
Bertrand knows what he wants, Dad. He's been running everything since we were kids. Sure, sometimes things get messy, but Bertrand always holds everything together.
Oh, very well.
Thank you, Maxwell. Glad that's settled. I kinda wish all the rehearsal dinners included a free-for-all food fight. I haven't had that much fun at a dinner in a long time. But we did kind of make a huge mess, didn't we? Yeah, and now we'd, better get out of here before they catch us. Oh, it's okay, really. The cleaning will already be covered in the deposit. Let's run, everyone. Cinnamon sponge cake! Hope you enjoyed your meal! He'll lay back to relax as Liam takes a seat on the edge of the bed next to you. Well, that was an eventful evening. I'll say, I had a lot of fun though, and the night seemed good for everyone. Yeah, I'm glad the Beaumonts were able to work things out. Gaze through the window, peering out into the starry distance. Is something else on your mind? I guess I'm thinking about our people back in Cordonia ever having this baby. Oh, glad I am that we're alone. Never having this baby. How long will this whole process take? What if something goes wrong? What if it never happens? Liam puts a hand on your shoulder. We've taken every precaution. We have the best doctors and a great support system, and I'll be with you every step of the way. That makes me feel a bit better. Maybe. The right distraction. And I know just the thing. Oh? I heard about a place nearby, a warm spring in the woods. Why don't we go for a swim? Right now. Sure, why not? Moonlight, nature, two of us, and nothing else. A romantic moonlight getaway might be just what we need. A romantic evening with Liam. Alright, let's do it. An excited, almost mischievous grin spreads across Liam's face. Follow me. You follow Liam outside in the chilly night air. He leads you along a path into the forest and eventually... the secluded spring lit only by the moon and the fireflies. Pretty. Wow. Good wow or bad wow? Definitely good wow. The place is beautiful. How did you even know about it? I can't reveal all my secrets, or I'll never be able to surprise you. You reach out to grip the collar of Liam's shirt and pull him close. Your fingers quickly find the buttons, and you hold his gaze as you help him strip down to his underwear. Thank you, my love. Are you going to join me? Of course. Liam smiles as he returns the favor, carefully unfastening your clothes, depositing them safely on the bank of the pond. He steps forward or back to look at you. Looks like we're even now. Shall we? He takes your hand and leads the way into the water. Your steps send delicate ripples across the surface of the pond. You know, you have a habit of trying to spirit me away to secluded water features. Do I? First, there was the Forgotten Falls from after the regatta. Then there the Blue Grotto when we were in Italy. Someday I'll succeed in spiriting you away to the Blue Grotto. It really is extraordinary. So much has changed for us since then, but not everything. For instance, you still have quite an eye for romantic escapes. I'm glad I haven't lost my touch. If you ever did, I'd probably suspect some kind of invasion of the body snatcher situation. What if I wanted to be the body snatcher? What? Liam wraps his arms around your waist and draws you to him through the water, sending droplets flying around you. His lips meet yours in a breathless kiss. Ever the charmer, aren't you? I can't help it when I'm around you. Liam. Pull him closer. Slide your hands slowly up his back, enjoying the feel of his dewy skin. You press your body closer against his, leaning in for another kiss. Your lips meet once again, parting as his tongue dances in playful circles around against your own. Close your eyes and melt into him, letting out a sigh of longing. His fingers cling to your hips beneath the water. After a moment, he pulls back and gazes into your eyes. I've been thinking about this all day. About you. Well, you can stop thinking now because we're here. I am. You have all of my attention. He places 2 fingers below your chin and draws your face to his once again, pressing a tender kiss to your forehead before capturing your lips with his. Your heartbeat begins pulsing and gets steadily faster as his hands drop to explore the slopes of your waist and hips. With each meeting of your lips, the heat builds between you until you're both gasping for breath. O'Reilly. Yes, Liam? How far do you want to take this? Good question. I want to take it all the way. I'll admit I was hoping you'd say that. Liam glides his hands down your body through the water to grip the backs of your thighs. You wrap your arms around his neck as he lifts you up, and you hook your ankles together around his waist. You throw your head back, letting out a soft moan as he kisses a line across your collarbone and then up your neck. He trails one hand up your back, tracing the curve of your spine. You gasp as pleasant shivers follow in its wake. When his touch reaches your shoulder, you take his hand in yours, pull back from his kisses for just a moment. There's something in the way. He fingers the edge of your bra, where the curves of the cup meet your skin. That won't do. Well, I wanted you to enjoy the process. Really take your time. In that case, he reaches up and you guide his hands to the clasp of your back and fastens it slowly, and as he tucks the fabric off, he trails kisses down your spine. You're so distracted by Liam's touch that it takes you a moment to fully toss your bra aside onto the shore. When you do, his gaze trails reverently down your body. Riley. That's not all. You unwrap yourself from Liam's body, trailing a finger down his chest. He watches with rapt attention as you dip down to cast off your underwear. My God, you're beautiful. If you want to do more than just admire me, help me get these off. You reach out and hook a finger into the waistband of Liam's underwear, tugging him towards you. Your hands graze his hips as you push down, helping him out of them. That's much better. Liam's hands caress your curves as his lips meet yours in a passionate kiss. Where do you want me? Right here. Liam picks you back up, guiding your body into a perfect alignment with his. A jolt of electricity courses through you as he pulls your hips against him. He kisses you again as the motion creates a pattern of ripples on the surface of the water. His body is hot, even in the warmth of the spring. The waves in the water echo within you as pressure ebbs and flows in your thighs, slowly building and spreading through you. My God. Yes, my queen. His fingers dip into the skin of your waist, and his breath comes in ragged gasps as he ups the tempo. And another delightful jolt shoots up your spine. You surrender to his touch, your vision blurring as your focus is utterly consumed by soft press of his mouth and the sure thrust of his hips. Sometime later, you and Liam lie on the shore, gazing through the forest canopy at the stars above. The water laps gently at your toes. It's amazing how easy it is to forget all my cares out here with you in my arms. Then I guess I'm doing my job right. Oh? I believe helping the king relax is one of my royal privileges, and lying in your arms is one of my Riley privileges. You're unnatural at it. So, what cares am I helping you forget about? It's nothing, just... With all the turmoil the last few days, I'm starting to wonder if the families end up like this, like complicated. I don't have any examples to suggest otherwise, and between the Walkers, the Beaumonts, and my own family, so you're feeling doubts. No, not doubts per se, I want to think about how we will relate to our child. You want to avoid food fights and shouting over the dinner tables. It might not be peak family bonding, but it was hilarious. I mean, Bartholomew's face when he got cake on his waistcoat. It was hard not to laugh. I know there was some tension tonight, but in a year, they're all gonna look back on this and laugh. That's what I really want for our future family. To know that no matter what life drives between us, it won't keep us apart for long. Excuse me. I wish I could certainly get behind. Liam kisses the top of your head, and his arms tighten around you. After a long moment, he releases you. Unfortunately, we should be turning in soon. I don't know about unfortunately, but I wouldn't say no to some down pillows right about now. You make an excellent point. You reluctantly disentangle yourself from Liam and gather your scattered clothing. Take Liam's hand and begin the walk back to the ranch. A few days later, it's the morning of the wedding, and you walk downstairs, nearly running into Savannah. Riley, thank goodness. I was just looking for you. Something's wrong. Savannah, what is it? What's happened? It's Bertrand. He's gone. Oh no! Will Bertrand make it to the altar? Find out in the next chapter. Well, without further ado, thank you all for tuning in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you like to support me and my content. And without further ado, this wasn't a bad chapter. Had some laughs, had some giggles. What is up with Pixelberry and father figures, though? I don't get it. They're always bad. They're always meh. Seriously. Like, they have a big, like, hard-on for it. It's just horrific. Anyway. Without further ado, please also consider checking out the Blair Witch game on my channel that I just uploaded. Thought I'd get it out ASAP to you guys. You know, figuring it's the 1st of September, and then also the fact that it's a nice, scary game that, well, you should cuddle up with your dog, maybe your puppy, your kitty, or, maybe someone intimately, and get, scared. Yeah. Bye.